T Radio V.
Believe in something, care less about your future, connect yourself with the truth, smile to strangers, caress your friends, listen to happy music. Be grateful every single day. Jump on your bed, visualize things you want to conquer, trust your feelings, they never go wrong. Kiss your siblings and remember, you get what you give.
I've got my Armageddon boots, brown shades and brand
I can't
new
speak English. So give it all out and Lost in Transition, we show you the way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is TRadioV.com every single day at 11:05 from Monday through Thursday. What breaks our sounds today? We have Adam and Midgie and me who produces all this and rocks your world, Cecilia Castelli. And of course, we have Diego San Miguel, a doctor of medical Qigong therapy, awarded by the International Institute of Medical Qigong in conjunction with the Henan University of Traditional Chinese Medicine, located in China. His interest in Chinese medicine developed while he was deepening his understanding of Taoist philosophy and practice for the last 7 years. We have him in the other line. We were going to be having a phone interview, and I would like to see if we can speed up the commercials like that. I can just jump with the interview with him. And I know he's in the line waiting, so I don't want to waste my time. We had Diego 2 times before, or 3, I think, on my show, talking about what he does, what he specializes in, and the great thing he's doing and contribute to society, actually, because he's helping a lot of people. And I think this is awesome. And I wanted to have him again. So he's on the other line. But first, we can jump to the commercials. Can we do that? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is TRadioV.com. Our 800 number is 877-699-4662, which we have Diego San Miguel on the other line. So you're not going to be able to get through. You can like us on Facebook.com/TRadioV or follow us at Twitter at TRadioV or our Facebook page, Lost in Transition. Remember, it has dashes in the middle. I shall return. Please stay tuned.
Castelli Chocolate Company, San Francisco's premier chocolate maker, is celebrating 160 years of creating irresistible premium chocolate. Enjoy live music, chef demonstrations, ice cream eating contests, and more at the 17th annual Ghirardelli Chocolate Festival held in Ghirardelli Square on September 8th and 9th, benefiting Project Open Hand and their efforts to serve meals with love to people with HIV, AIDS, the homebound, critically ill, and seniors. For more information, please visit Ghirardelli.com.
Are you ready for the Summer of Audi event, a vacation from the ordinary? This summer, take advantage of exceptional offers on Audi of San Francisco's most stylish new models. Or if you're looking for a certified pre-owned Audi this summer, our inventory has never been better at Audi San Francisco. We've got a big selection of the hottest models in the Audi lineup. And with financing rates starting off at less than 1%, now is the time to buy. Plus, you get the peace of mind of a 100,000-mile warranty. You'll be surprised at how easy it is to get into an Audi during the Summer of Audi event at Audi San Francisco. Highway 101 in South Van Ness and online at sanfranciscoaudi.com.
Tukis will make you feel good about cleaning. Tukis are reusable dishcloths that are hand-woven with eco-friendly 100% organic cotton. Tukis, handcrafted in India, will make a difference in your home, your life, and the lives of the Indian women who weave them with dignity and pride. Working to stand on their own 2 feet, Tukis are their labor of love. Go green with the best dishcloths available. That's Tukis. Order a 3-pack for less than $10 exclusively online at www.tukis.com. That's Toockis. Tukis.com.
With the falling down, 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 down with the sun. With the falling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lost in Transition, TRadioV.com. We're here every single day, 11:05 from Monday through Thursday, and we have Diego on the other line. And before I introduce him, I want to say that Diego's current practice focuses on chronic disease, mind-body integration, and integrative oncology. He assists his clients in developing a deeper understanding of the relationship between body and mind, resulting in the discovery of energetic blocks that are the root cause of physical discomfort. Through table work, mindfulness, meditation, and Qi Gong prescription exercises, his clients are guided in learning non-judgmental and compassionate self-awareness to help them rediscover health and vitality. It's Qi Gong. I always get confused, but I have him in the other line. Hi, hello, Diego. Are you there?
Hi, how you doing, Cecilia? I'm doing here.
Oh, welcome to my show again, Diego. I'm thrilled, and thank you so much for being on the other line.
I'm very excited to have been here again.
Good. So first of all, like that people know from the beginning, where do you work and what do you do? Can you give the phone numbers and the website, please?
Yeah, so I work in the Center of Integrated Chinese Medicine here in Monterey, California. That's where my practice is established, but I help people around the world, so they can always reach me to my website. It's cicmed.org, or they can call to 831-915-6414.
Okay, perfect. Now, Diego, you know that probably many people didn't see the other shows, or, you know, this show is recent here in San Francisco. So I want to make sure people know who you are and what you do. Like that, we can situate them. And so my first question is going to be for the people that did not listen to the previous shows, where you explain what you do and what is it exactly Qigong therapy. May you expand and explain what kind of doctor are you, where did you study, and what is Qigong therapy exactly?
Well, Qigong is if you break the words apart, Qi is life force or vital energy, and Gong is skill. So a doctor, medical Qigong, what it does is help people find those blood energy on their bodies and help them release them in a way.
Okay, perfect. Now, where did you study this, and what
I studied here in Monterey. I met my teacher many years ago, and he was teaching me before I even know that he was teaching me. It was one of those situations. And so what happened in China, this discipline is not being taught the way they used to be. So my teacher, Dr. Sherry Allen Johnson, brought all that medicine here and teach here the way that China used to teach.
Okay.
Qigong, it has some political things in China. So people who does Qigong, they're being related with the Falun Gong. So it's a big political movement. So they teach, over there they teach just the basics of Qigong. when here we can learn them all.
Okay, now, but to teach Qigong therapy, do you have to be a doctor in regular medicine?
No, actually, you don't have to. Some people, they start learning medical qigong. They don't have any sort of background as any other traditions, or even being in trained in Western medicine. Sometimes they do better than the ones that are being trained by the medical Western doctors and trained in Chinese medicine. Because what happened, this type of medicine, it will challenge everything that you think you know. And if we people is stuck on their way, it's going to be very challenging sometimes.
Right. What I read about Qigong therapy, that is the practice of aligning breath, movement, and awareness for exercise, healing, and meditation. Now, my concern is this. At this point, I'm curious. I just don't know a lot about this. But let's say that there's a disease that is already installed in your body. And let's say that you don't know how to do the breathing alignment, and you don't believe in meditation, and somebody goes to you, and I'm sure this is a process. It's not something that you learn from one day to the other. Now, if the person already has the disease, let's say the person has cancer, do you think that you can help him learn all this fast enough in order for the person to cure himself not without traditional medicine?
Well, the thing is, like, when you have a chronic disease of that nature, usually what you have is like extra motivation, because if you are in a stage 4 cancer, it's not a stage 5, so you will do whatever it takes to make that happen.
Okay, what if it's in a stage 5, for example? Somebody goes.
No, there's not a stage 5.
Oh, there's not a stage 5. Okay, wait. Sorry, my ignorance. Okay, let's say that the person, I don't know, has throat cancer and it's very advanced, and he's really concerned, and the regular doctors say to the guy that he has to cut off a piece of his throat. I'm sorry that I'm being so ordinary. I don't know how to say this, but remove the area that is affected, if you want to say. And he goes to you at the same time because, of course, it's integrative, and I think that, and I believe, of course, in this. Now, does he have a chance to self-cure himself, or at least a big part of it, starting a therapy with you? Or there's a stage where it's too late because already the cancer, it's taken over a big part, or a lot of cells are already contaminated?
I don't believe I don't believe in it's ever too late. It's never too late. You can do whatever you can do for you, and you can start at any moment. You should be perfect the way you are. So the thing is, what is it you want to do with this?
Right.
That's the question. Is I understand this is happening, and you're not happy about it. So what can you do to make it better?
Okay, I see
and
what
we
you
go
mean.
from there.
Good. Now, Diego, shouldn't traditional medicine have this therapy included because this is integrative? Don't you think that nowadays this therapy should be in every single office, clinic, or office or hospital where, doctors take care of human beings?
Yes. Well, it's a funny thing that happened here in California, because in California we have this, we are blessed that we can have any alternative medicine that you want. You just walk and you will find it,
Mm-hmm.
The thing with that is, like, it's a lot of people, they don't have medical training, and it's a lot of people, they think they can help, but actually they harm people. So the doctors, they don't know what to believe. People doesn't know what to believe. But nowadays, a lot of hospitals, they're hiring, acupuncturists to work with it and are part of it. So in my case, I work with the doctors around town, and I send them reports, and I ask them, what is your patient, what is the course of treatment that they're going to apply, and I look to support them, or I talk to them and say, you know what, I think if we try this first, it might work, and doctors they're being open to it.
Well, that's really amazing. But I heard before in an interview that we had offline, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, you told me that you want to take this to South America because Here, people are very open-minded, and I get it. In California, you can find anything here. It's really amazing, from food to medicine. But you said you want to take this, a further step to our, South America, because you think that that would be really good over there, and it would help a lot of people. Do you think that medicine in like third world countries or in other places like South America, they should have this Qigong therapy there to integrate it in the regular medicine?
I think Qigong should be integrated, and traditional Chinese medicine should be hand in hand with Western medicine anywhere in the world. But I think we have an advantage sometimes in South American countries and in our country, because we take herbs and we do before we go to see the doctor, we see grandma, and grandma
So cute.
prepare something for us, and we are used to that type of medicine. We don't believe in witches, but they exist, That's kind of Argentinian mentality around that. So I think over there it could be great,
Okay, I have a listener here is asking for a very important question, very good too, smart. What is the main challenge for medical Qigong to go mainstream in the USA?
The main challenge is we have a little bit of difficulties with this just because they don't know what to put us. They don't know where.
How to label you, you mean?
Yeah. How to label us. They don't have that. There's no way they can do that, because it can be four of us going to see the same patient, and the four of us we will have a different diagnosis, but at the same time they all will work.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's very confusing for science.
Well, because this is related with faith as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe that without spiritual power, our medicine, it won't work.
It won't work.
With that spiritual component, our medicine won't work. It doesn't make sense in a way.
Okay, Diego, let me ask you this, because now I'm very curious about something else. The Qigong therapy, how many years did you have to study it?
Usually to become a doctor, it takes about 7 years.
7 years. That's a long time too. So it's almost the same as a regular doctor, right? I don't know how many years in the U.S., but in South American countries, 7 years. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I believe this in 7 years. I'm not sure here in the States.
How long did it take you to become a Qigong therapist?
Well, to become a doctor, we did the 7-year program. We did it in 3 years.
Okay.
It was very rough. It was intense.
That's intense.
It was like 3 years every day, not a break.
Wow.
But we have to also fill the requirements for the 7 years. So before you become a doctor, at least you have to see 1,000 patients,
Okay, I'm assuming that you weren't married and you didn't have kids by then because you didn't have time to take care of your wife.
No, my wife and I did the program together, and it was like intense. That's what we did.
Wow.
We were in books for 3 years, no vacations, no anything.
No, nothing. Yeah, I can't imagine, because 3 years, 7 years and 3, it's a lot. Now, I want to ask you something, Diego, that for me it's very important, but because I have a lot of faith, and as we spoke before, do you think that a healthy person that has an enormous amount of faith can cure himself or herself from a disease?
Yeah, it's an important distinction that you need to make in here. What is faith and what is fundamentalist? Because people are fundamentalists and they want to be helped and they want to be healed just because they deserve it.
Okay, wait, let me pause because I didn't understand. What do you mean with fundamentalist? What does that mean for you?
Fundamentalist is people that they have a huge faith and everybody else is going to hell, except them.
Oh, I see what you mean. This is a nice concept. I never looked at it like that. So they believe...
Fundamentalists are the people who hijack a plane and they drove it into a building. Those are fundamentalists.
Okay.
And usually fundamentalists, they believe they deserve better because God never permit that to happen to them, And it's nothing to do with that.
But that's not related with faith, right?
Well, but they believe that it is. So I want to make sure clarify what faith and what fundamentalists are, because they think they're faithful and everybody else is infidels.
Okay, so
And then
wait. So
you
wait.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you mean, but when you say this, it's because you had patients that were or are very fundamentalist.
Not just patients, people in general, you know?
Oh, okay.
I got a receptionist. We had a receptionist in our clinic. We had a traditional Chinese medicine clinic. And this girl, she's got out of high school and she want to start a Chinese medicine, and say, well, why you don't come to work with us for a couple of days a week, and we show you how it's about, and let's see if you even like it, you know? So she showed up, and then she went to church that Sunday, and they told them the working and doing Chinese medicine, it doesn't compromise your faith.
Okay.
So that person was a fundamentalist.
So wait a second. Did this girl quit? Did you start working at the clinic?
No,
she didn't.
She's still working with us. Yeah.
But wait, I want to just like make a comment here that for me is very important, because I want my listeners to understand and distinguish what faith is and what religion is, because religion is one thing and faith is other, for me at least. You know what I mean?
Well,
So-
religion is politics.
Exactly. I believe the same thing too. I'm sorry if I offended somebody, but that's where I stand, and that's what I believe in. So I don't believe in religion. I believe that faith is not necessarily attached to that. So when you say fundamentalistic, that's a political point of view as well. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yes. If you don't do what I say, you're wrong.
Okay.
And for that matter, you're going to hell.
So
This is across. I've been training, and like you say in the beginning, you know, I'm training to be a Taoist priest, and so because of that, I meet a lot of priests for different religions, you know, and you find good people and bad people, like and everybody else, you know. So
is there such
it's not
thing?
it's not like a fundamentalist or Christian or Muslim, you know, or any other religion. Every religion has one. Everybody has them. Buddhists, Taoists, you name it, and you will find them.
Yeah, I agree completely with you. Now, so you would say that probably a fundamentalistic person is very ego-centered?
Well, I don't know if it's ego-centered. I think it's like they come to believe something and they're wrong with it, and they believe that's true, and everybody else is wrong. So they're not open to possibilities. They're not open to see the bigger picture.
Okay. Now, why do you relate this with a disease that probably a person, when I asked you, I probably got lost here, but when I ask you, do you think that a healthy person with an enormous amount of faith can cure themselves from a disease? Why did you relate it?
Because somebody who has faith and is willing to do whatever it takes for them, it's great. But a person who has the fundamental, like, this is my right, and because God says so, this should happen to me. So what it's saying is like they have the, how do you say it? They have the right to be healed, you know?
Got you. Okay. Now, before we continue, Leo, we're going to go to a break. But before we go to a break, I would like you to say the numbers again and the web page and the clinic, if you can.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm with the Center of Integrated Chinese Medicine, and the website is cicmed.org, and our phone number is 831 area code 744-2426.
Okay, perfect, Diego. Thank you. Hold on like 2 seconds or 2 minutes, and we'll be right back. We're going to a small break, okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
No one loves do-it-yourself projects more than I do, but you never want to cut or drill into a wall without knowing what's behind it. That's why I choose Zircon Corporation. As the #1 electronic hand tool company in the world, Zircon Super Tools help keep me and my crew safe and out of harm's way. From stud sensors and laser levels to metal detectors and electrical wiring sensors, sturdy and dependable Zircon tools are all I use. So whether renovating or redecorating, ask for Zircon by name at your local home improvement store. And should someone say, haven't seen you in a while, tell them, that's cause every time I come by, all the Zircon stud finders go off. Just kidding. Sort of. From odd jobs around the house to those bigger fall projects where you need a helping hand, it's good to know Zircon tools are within your reach and help you get the job done safely. Electronic tools are all they make, so they simply make them better. Remember, before any wall gets worked on, you'd better get a Zircon.
Ghirardelli Chocolate Company, San Francisco's premier chocolate maker, is celebrating 160 years of creating irresistible premium chocolate. Enjoy live music, chef demonstrations, ice cream eating contests, and more at the 17th annual Ghirardelli Chocolate Festival held in Ghirardelli Square on September 8th and 9th, benefiting Project Open Hand in their efforts to serve meals with love to people with HIV, AIDS, the homebound, critically ill, and seniors. For more information, please visit Ghirardelli.com.
Tukis will make you feel good about cleaning. Tukis are reusable dishcloths that are hand-woven with eco-friendly 100% organic cotton. Tukis, handcrafted in India, will make a difference in your home, your life, and the lives of the Indian women who weave them with dignity and pride. Working to stand on their own 2 feet, Tukis are their labor of love. Go green with the best dishcloths available. That's Tukis. Order a 3-pack for less than $10 exclusively online at www.tukis.com. That's TOOCKIES. Tukis.com.
Put it louder. Because not only I'm going to go deaf at 40, but you go too. Ladies and gentlemen, this is TRadioV.com. You can like us on Facebook.com/TRadioV or follow us on Twitter at TRadioV or Lost in Transition in between dashes and Facebook. My name is Cecilia Castelli, and we have Diego San Miguel in the other line. We're having a phone interview. Diego San Miguel is a doctor of medical Qigong therapy. I'm sorry that I'm not saying it correctly. Diego, are you there on the other side?
Yeah, I'm here on the other side.
I'm sorry, on the other side. Yeah, okay. How do you say it? Qigong? I never can say it right.
Qigong.
Qigong.
Gone.
Qigong. Okay, Qigong.
Yeah, Qigong.
Okay, so we have another question here of a listener. Ask him about his path on becoming a Taoist. How do you say this? Taoist priest?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's what they're asking me right now. They're curious about you.
Well, what is the question exactly?
How did you become a Taoist priest? How is that path? I guess. I'm trying to read his mind too, so I don't know here.
Okay, so actually for me it was kind of backwards. So let's say the training goes, you become a fighter, so you fight, you learn Kung Fu, and you fight, and then because of that, you injure your bodies, so you need to fix them. So and then you start learning medicine. So you learn medicine, and then you get really into the medicine and how quick it works, and then eventually you become a priest.
Oh,
I
okay.
start backwards. I'm studying for being a priest, become a doctor, and kind of the fighting got mixed up with the medicine.
Okay. For everybody works different, so there's not a path to get there, right? I mean, there's several.
It's not a right or wrong path. It just is. It's about the choices that you make. So my choices were that way. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just the way it was, and that's it. For everybody, it could be slightly different.
Okay. I hope to the listener that asked that question, your answer was fulfilled. Now, let me ask you this back to the question that I asked you before we went on air, and you were explaining the faith and fundamentalistic situation of people that are fundamentalist. When you say, well, if a person has an enormous amount of faith, can they cure themselves? Now, you said that there's a lot of people that they believe that because, God says it's going to be this way, or the Bible, or whatever they believe in, it has to be that way. Now, what about the people that, I guess if somebody has a lot of faith, probably doesn't get sick. I don't know if this is necessary like that, but A person that has a lot of faith. Like, I mean, did you have patients in your life that have a lot of faith? And I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about faith, that they feel that they can cure themselves, that we all have that power inside of us. Do you feel that a person that has all this faith can get sick still or have a disease?
Sometimes, yes. But, every disease is about the lesson.
It's about a lesson.
It's about a lesson. It's nothing else. It's just, this is happening, and you haven't been paying attention to the signs, so now we're going to teach you something. And it does, the funny thing with this is sometimes is like, for example, you take one for the team. Because if you get sick, it's not about you, it's about you teaching other people to be compassionate.
Oh, wait, I lost you there. Can you rephrase that? What do you mean with that? That's very intense.
Yeah, it is. And so it's like, it's nothing, you cannot control anything. The master chef, God, the divine, whoever you want to call him, he has the plan, it's the master plan. So let's say that you have a lot of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Or somebody, let's do an example. So somebody has a lot of faith.
Yeah.
And it's a kid, and their parents, they're very hard, and they're not open, and always very restricted, and you need to do this, and I know what is best for you, and all the things that will go with that. They're very hard and set on their ways.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that the parents, they cannot open their heart and be loving and kind. So God will give that person with an illness to solve the parents. This is an example.
I can't. Give me another example. I'm not understanding you. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's just like, let's take
I know,
it.
I know, I know. It's a hard pill to swallow, this one. But okay.
No,
So
but
an
it's perfect what you're saying. Probably a lot of people understood it. I just didn't understand it. Give me an
Okay.
example.
I'm going to give you another example.
Okay.
You are faithful, and you've been doing everything right in your life,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got into a car accident, and all of a sudden you kill like 10 people.
Right.
The reason that happened, and you die then. The reason that happened to you is just because it's such a good deed that you've been doing. Now you become a teacher for other people.
But I killed a lot of people. How could that be good? I don't understand. Why did that happen to me if I was so good?
Remember, it's all about the lessons.
Okay, but I'm not quite understanding you because of
Okay.
this. No, but wait, let me ask you this, because I'm sure a lot of people have this. Because I always ask myself, why do good things happen to good people? I mean, good or bad is relative in this field, and I know that in the relative field, it's so hard to describe, what's good and what's bad, actually. But let's say that I'm a nice person. I have a lot of faith. I've been doing great things all my life. I'm a giving, loving, open-hearted person. And all of a sudden, I'm driving my car to take, I don't know, my family or whoever it is to another place. I'm being very nice to there. And I get into a car accident, which I didn't cause. Somebody crashed me or collided me or whatever you want to call it. And I kill, and all the people that is with me in the car, they die, and I'm alive. Why did that happen to me if I'm a nice person? What lesson how can I be?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. It's like, what is the lesson? That's the whole thing. Well, we need to focus on the lesson.
Always on the lesson.
It's always about the lesson. So you come in Chinese and Tao's philosophy. You come to this world to learn lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the right or wrong path. It's like you take the path, and if you take path number A, you're gonna learn all these other lessons. You take path number B, you're gonna learn all these other lessons. It's all about you. In the end.
Okay, I agree with you, but since I read a lot of spirituality, I just want to debate one point here. And I have read the book Conversations with God of Neil Walsh. I don't know if you ever read him. He's a really good author. I recommend this book. It's a really good one. And he says there, he has a conversation with God, and, supposedly it's real. And God says, we don't come to this world to learn lessons. We come here to remember who we are. And just because we programmed ourselves to forget who we are trying to get back to the source of who we really are. And this is not a school. We don't come to learn. We come to remember who we really are. I mean, I don't know if you ever read this, but what is your how do you say question? No, my words come in Spanish now. What is your view regarding to what I just said? Do you believe in that?
In part, yes. So the reason that you have all these lessons because you forgot who you are. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay,
when
makes
you
sense.
when you get off track, tragedy happens just to put you back.
Oh, how nice!
So-
You stated it really good.
So you need the reason that you have all these lessons is because you're forgetting who you truly are. Because who you truly are is pure. And if you grab a little baby, a couple months old baby, and you pick him up, it's like you can have the angriest guy in the world picking a baby, and he will laugh. So that's who you are.
Wow, that's very interesting and very nice what you just said.
So
I never.
you need to live your life that way for the rest of your life. You are that great happiness and joy. Period. So the lesson is to get you back on track.
So, well, what about the people that are very, egoistic and they're in the mind all the time and they forget that they're pure love and they interfere with their, their source or their essence, I would say, and nothing really happens to them. They don't have any, diseases or any lessons to learn and they're arrogant and they think they have a great life and nothing really happens to them. What's up with that, for example? What do you think about that?
One example of that is they waste an incarnation.
They wasted an incarnation. I love how you talk, View. Oh my gosh, that's really good. So you mean that?
So that means that all the lessons that you should have learned now, they will come back and learn it again. You have to understand that your soul is pure and it will never die. It will never die. So because of that, you come here and you don't do anything about it. Then you come back, and then that's okay. You don't have to do anything. But what's going to happen is like you waste an incarnation.
Oh,
why you want to do that?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't want to come back here. Believe me, I'm not going to waste not even one day. So wait a second, Diego. Let me ask you this then. Let's say that you had a great life. You learned a lot. You've been great.
Yes.
You did all the homework, and you achieved everything that you wanted, and you're a loving human being, and everything is great. Why do you necessarily have to come back here? Why do you have to live again another life on Earth? Why can't you just go somewhere else or just stay in heaven or go to a superior planet? Is that possible?
And who tell you that you're coming back in here?
Well, because they say that we keep reincarnating in this planet Earth and we have 1,000,000 lives or 1,000 lives.
I don't understand what they said. I don't understand, but who guarantee you're gonna come back being a human?
Well, we were talking about reincarnation, and we believe
I know.
that. Okay.
So you are the soul that's wearing a meat suit right now.
In a what? I'm sorry?
You meat suit, like.
Oh, the meat suit. I'm sorry. Yes, I agree with you. Okay, go ahead.
So that's what happened. It just is, I think most of the time I believe that we come here on Earth, but sometimes I believe there will come something else. And it's some Tibetan Lama told me once that, for example, when you decide to come here on Earth and being on this meat suit, they tell you, okay, so you have three choices.
Mm-hmm.
If you pick this body, you will learn all these lessons. If you pick this body, you will learn all these lessons. If you get the third body, and then you make a choice. So probably what happened is if you work through your tour is mean for birth to death, and then you can kind of cross off that experience.
And you will never live it again.
No, you will never live it again because you learn it. The only thing that you take when you die is your spiritual growth.
Your spiritual growth. I agree.
Everything else doesn't matter.
Okay, now let's say that a person has done. Oh well, we have to go to the break because I have another question that I'm so curious of. But Diego, hold on, okay? Hold on your horses. I'll be right back with you. Stay on the line. This is a very deep, intense conversation. I really am appreciate that you are just, talking with me in the air. And I hope a lot of people are just, learning and listening to you because it's great what you're saying. So can you remain online like 2 more minutes?
Of course.
I shall return. Ladies and gentlemen, this is TRadioV.com. This is Lost in Transition with Diego San Miguel. I shall return. Please stay tuned.
I'm a gypsy prince, covered with diamonds and jewels. Oh, then my lover exposes me, and I know I'm just a damn fool. I give what I got to give. I give what I need to live. I give what I got to give. It's important if I want to live. But I want to live.
What if we could capture style and hold it in a bottle? What if heritage and promise could be entwined? What if personality, audacious, passionate, unique, subtle, mysterious, was revealed from one bottle to another by a number until it was all held within a limited collection of fine wines? The answer to these questions is JCB, a new way of thinking about wine, a new way of exploring taste and style. Personally crafted by Jean-Charles Boisset, the innovative JCB collection brings together two worlds of winemaking, old and new. With this collection, Jean-Charles celebrates his French heritage while embracing his passion for California. Each wine is a limited edition production and named with a number that symbolizes important ideas, passions, and moments in his life and wine career. Explore the collection at JCB Tasting Room, located on Healdsburg Square, or in the appointment-only JCB Lounge at Raymond Vineyards in Napa Valley. Each location offers wines by the glass or in traditional tasting flights that include the JCB collection, as well as selections from the Boisset family of wineries from Burgundy and California. For more information or to book a tasting appointment, visit jcbwines.com. JCB Wines, celebrating time, embracing style, transcending terroir.
Are you ready for the Summer of Audi event, a vacation from the ordinary? This summer, take advantage of exceptional offers on Audi of San Francisco's most stylish new models. Or if you're looking for a certified pre-owned Audi this summer, our inventory has never been better at Audi San Francisco. We've got a big selection of the hottest models in the Audi lineup. And with financing rates starting off at less than 1%, now is the time to buy. Plus, you get the peace of mind of a 100,000-mile warranty. You'll be surprised at how easy it is to get into an Audi during the Summer of Audi event at Audi San Francisco. Highway 101 in South Van Ness and online at sanfranciscoaudi.com.
Tell me, do you think it'd be alright if I could just crash here
Tonight.
You can see I'm no sheep for driving. And anyway, I've got no place to go. Yet you know it might not be that
Ladies and gentlemen, this is TRadioV.com, TV mixed with radio. And this is Lost in Transition. I hope my sister's listening because I said it really paused. She's like, you're saying it so fast, the name of your show, that I can't even understand. You got it like mellow, girl. So there it goes, Lost in Transition. We have Diego San Miguel in the other line. Diego, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're going to throw me with a shoe from Monterey with the music so loud.
Okay.
Okay, so my question is this. Before we were taking the break, I wanted to ask you this. Let's say that I had a great life and I did everything well. I die and then I reincarnate. Is there a chance that I'm going to have a crappy life with a lot of bad experiences, or my soul is not even going to choose that?
Well, you can have a crappy life if you wanted to have a crappy life. You know, sometimes we need to find the value in the experience. You know, because you can always blame the victim. And that's where people get stuck in being a victim. Things happen to people, you know, but what is the value on that experience is the important part.
So, because I always think about this. I think that sometimes there's a lot of nice people that tragedies happen to them. And I'm like, this is a nice soul. Why does he have to go through all that? You know what I mean? Well, yeah, I guess why not? Because it's painful to see somebody going through a heart disease.
That's different. That's different because now you're taking it personal.
No, that's true. I shouldn't take anything personally, shouldn't I?
No, nothing. It's not about you. It's about them and their own experience.
And
you had enough on your plate to be worried about somebody else.
Yeah. So that doesn't help at them either because you're just being a victim together with them if they're feeling as a victim. So,
Correct.
yeah. Okay. I got you. Perfect. Now,
You're
under,
just feeding an unhealthy pattern.
I'm sorry?
You just being a victim is just keep feeding an unhealthy
I have
pattern.
exactly. I can't agree more with you. Now, Leo, let me ask you this. Under your eyes, seeing so much in a daily basis, what do you think in a gross perspective causes people to be unhappy and create physical reactions? Because there's people that create physical reactions and they're miserable and unhappy and they don't learn the lesson. So, because I really like, I take BART, I walk and I just come and go and I see people so unhappy, like I would probably say 70% of people just have these long faces and they complain a lot. And, it's more in the end of like seeing more negative people than very positive, uplifting people in the plane that I'm at, like, in society in general. I don't want to be judgmental, but I kind of like.
It have to be a balance just because sometimes what happens, people don't know better, and be too happy constantly, in ways sometimes it can be very unhealthy. So being level in the middle, but we grew up in the society with we have to have a problem, and we have to have somebody to blame. So people is not happy. Well, if you're not happy, change something. Well, no, you don't understand. And I'm like, no, I do. Change something. Do something different. Why? If you don't like your job, quit. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree completely. So let's say that we live in a very unevolved planet where it's very problematic. Do you think, this is a personal question that it has nothing to do with your profession, it's just very personal from person to person. Do you think that there's other planets that are more evolved than this one?
I sure hope so.
You sure hope so? Me too, because I'm getting in that plane and going to the next one, okay?
I mean, it's like, it will be very Argentinian of us thinking that we are the only ones around here.
Oh, I agree completely.
we cannot be. I mean, it is proven there or it's not. Whatever. But the main thing is like, do you believe the only ones we hear is us? Great.
Yeah, whatever makes you happy, of course.
But I believe that some things out there, it will be very central, like oriented, egocentric, believe that we are the only ones and we are the smarter ones in the universe.
I agree. Now, do you think that if you think, because I assume because of what you answered, oh gosh, I'm breaking the microphone in the studio. So I want to ask you this. So it's clear that you believe that there's other planets. Now, let's say that there's a planet that is more evolved, because I think that you believe in this as well.
Mm-hmm.
When we say more evolved, do we call that more level of consciousness or love? How would you define more evolved?
Well, depends. You can define like I was talking with a scientist the other day, and it was kind of funny. I was the same thing. What she was saying was if people come from other planets, they will have a better understanding, of spiritual work, just because to create that type of technology to fly across the universe to come to see us, they have to be a really peaceful race.
A really what?
Peaceful race.
Peaceful
Like,
race. Okay, I got you.
So she was saying, like, right now we are fighting between each other. So we put all that energy to fight with others. Instead, they put all that energy to evolve as a whole unit. So I thought that was very interesting. I don't know if you answered that question, but it was
it's absolutely interesting, and I agree completely. I agree completely with you. Now, let me ask you this. Is fear something that it's born with a person, or we create it through the environment where we were brought up?
No, actually, fear. You learn fear. You learn to be fearful. when you come in, a baby doesn't have fear. You teach a baby to learn from their parents how to be fearful. The thing with fear is that fear is the root. Fear is the
cause.
The fear is the poison of every unhealthy emotion. It starts with fear.
Okay.
Usually start when they, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then something else. And then you get worried, you get grief, sorrow, you get angry. So fear is the main poison on their bodies.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I'm curious about, just because I'm surrounded with many children around, and I see this. I see that there's certain babies, I wouldn't say babies, probably 1-year-olds or 2 years old, that I feel that they have more fear than others. Don't you think that that's something that they brought up in their personality when they were born?
Well, I think when you're talking about something that they have in Chinese medicine is like, well, and actually in Taoist religions is like the first 7 years of your life is practice. So usually kids, they're very awake and they're very spiritual oriented. So what happens is like they come out of this world and they see the hypocrisy of the giants being the parents who teaching these kids.
Mm-hmm.
So they're scared of them. They're not scared about anything else, most of the time. And everything in our television, newspapers, with the parents talk to each other, it's all fear-based. So kids start embodying that from little youngs, since they're very little.
So basically fear is really installed through the parents. It's not something that a baby is born with?
No, it's not. You didn't born. You pure.
Well, how come sometimes one sibling is not with fear and the other one is? How does that work?
What was the question? I couldn't hear the first part.
How would your perspective be that one child from the same family, they're siblings, they're brothers and sisters, one sibling is full of fear and the other one isn't, and they're raised by the same parents?
Well, they're not the same people.
Yeah.
So their interpretation of fear will be completely different.
Oh, so it's not only the raising of the parents, but it's in the interpretation of fear as well? This sucks.
Yeah, it's very, but you cannot do anything. The first 7 years, these giants, they become your gods. They're in charge. So the way one learns fear, it might be different than the other one learns fear. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So fear is the same emotion, and it feels almost the same in our bodies, but the way some people get scared is different than the other ones.
And that's something that's born with the child, the way they interpret fear. This is what I mean.
No. It's like the way that you learn it is different.
The way that you learn it, it's different.
Yeah.
Okay. So, go ahead.
So let's say that you have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. The 1-year-old just starts experiencing fear. So the mom or the dad told the kid how fear will feel like.
Mm-hmm.
The 3-year-old probably experienced that 2 years ago in a different situation.
Okay.
So the way one is scared will be completely different than the other one.
I got you. Diego, unfortunately, because we have another show coming up, right, at 12. Do we have another show coming up? I can't even just be one more second here because I don't want to, steal some minutes to the other show. I am so grateful to have you in my show. I am waiting for you to come live. I know you're going to come. Oh, there's no other show? Okay, wait. But it's still 12, so we got to get out of here. I am so grateful that you're going to come very soon because as we spoke, you'll probably be live here in September, right?
Yes, I will be there the second week, the third week of September.
The third week of September. But promise me that I'm going to have you again at least on the phone more times because I think that everything that we spoke about in this show today, I think many people, I hope many people are listening because there's so much to learn from all this that you just said, and you said it just so nicely. So I would love to have you again, and I really, really am appreciated and grateful that you conceived this interview in my show. And can you say again your website and your telephone numbers in order for people, to go with you and go at your office and be cured by you, actually? Can you do that?
Well, we have a saying in this clinic that say, Doctor Street got heals.
Dr.
3 got healed.
Oh, that's very nice of you. I like that.
We
Well,
don't take credit. When people get better, we don't take credit.
okay, good. Yeah, that makes totally sense. Now, can you give the phone number for people to reach you and your website, please?
My website is cicmed.org, and my phone number is 831 area code 744-2426, and I'm with the Center Integrated Chinese Medicine.
Diego, thanks a million. I wish you all the best. Abrazo panda para vos, and we'll talk very soon.
Okay, gracias. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
I know. You're kicking me out. I'm almost out of here. I broke the microphone, I think. This is TRadioV.com, Lost in Transition. Who operated our keyboards today? Adam. We have Mitchie helping there too. And Diego San Miguel, doctor in Chinese, let me say this again, Qigong, medical Qigong therapy. And me, who produces all this and rocks your world, ladies and gentlemen, Cecilia Castelli. I'll see you tomorrow, 11:05. Have a beautiful day. God bless you all.
T Radio V.